What's up, Trendsetta gang? I am putting on my foundation. So this video is, I know nobody has said it, but this is what I get at work. When I'm working at Ulta, y'all know I got 1, 2, 3 jobs. I got so many things I'm doing. When people are coming in now, you know, we still have COVID-19, so a lot of people get frustrated because we're saying that we cannot test on them. We cannot test foundation shades on them. You know, we can't shade match, and a lot of people like, I don't understand that, and we're having a birthday party and we want you to shade match and da 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 da. You know, because people come in and also they having shade matches because they having birthday parties for 13-year-old little girls. They want shade matches so they can make up their faces and all this kind of stuff. So let me let me get into the video. Okay, so this video is about how to find your foundation undertone with no testers. So I'm gonna show you how to, now I know in drugstores, you never, before Corona, you couldn't test in drugstores, but when you normally go into like a department store, a makeup counter, they always have somebody to, like a prestige beauty advisor or a beauty advisor, somebody or some type of makeup rep to make up your face. They do the shade matches. If you go up to them and say, I don't know what my color is, I don't know nothing about no undertones and all this kind of stuff. So if y'all like more education on makeup, I can do that, because I just feel like women should be more aware of their shade. Okay, so how to find your foundation undertone with no testers. Woo! 2020 has forced us, due to coronavirus, to figure this out. So let me tell you what it is. So if you're at a department store, if you're at Ulta, Sephora, a drugstore, well, I don't want to say department store, let's end that out, but drugstores, Ulta and Sephora, nobody is hardly doing any testing right now. Nobody that I know of. If it is, I mean, if you want to do that and put yourself at risk, feel free. That's up to you. But nobody's doing the testing. So that's whether you're at the drugstore, Ulta, or Sephora. No, there's or wherever you are where there's no rep. You probably won't be able to test due to coronavirus. So, and I'm saying this, I'm repeating it on purpose because people be giving you attitude. Like, people be giving me attitude about, oh my God, what you mean we cannot touch? I mean, did you forget we wearing a mask? Do you think I want to be touching you? We got to stay 6 feet. And if we're going to stay 6 feet, that means I can't be touching you. So you figure this out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to lose my job touching you, risking my other co-workers to make you happy. But people still be testing. I'm just going to tell you right now, I done caught people testing. I had to tell them to put it up. It's almost like, I will fight you if you don't leave this stuff alone. But they don't care. So whatever. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about undertones and how to understand your undertones. And I got my little notes. Here. So like I said, y'all know I work at Ulta. And some places teach you how to find your undertones. Sometimes they will, but I know it's probably like Greek. So I'm going to break it down in layman's terms so y'all can get it, understand it. I'm going to tell you how I do it as a professional. And I always get, every time I match up the shade, it's maybe if somebody has difficult skin colors, it may take me 2 or 3 shades to get it right, but for the most part, I nail it the first try. And this is partly because I got a background in makeup. My mom used to be a makeup artist, so I learned a lot from her. I used to do makeup in high school for school plays. I've helped my mom do, you know, professional makeup situations for plays or anything when we were in Atlanta. So I'm pretty versed on it. You know, I haven't had, I guess, the well, I don't want to say the former teacher because my mom went to school for it, so I had that background. I just totally, and it has been a while since I, you know what I'm saying, I hadn't worked in no makeup store or anything like that. So until now, so it's like it came back to me how to do it. I use my instincts because I already kind of know how to color match. So yeah. So some places teach you how to find your undertone differently. I know MAC does it. I think MAC defines skin tone. I could tell just by working with the makeup in Ulta that the tones are when it's redder, when it's warm tones, they're a little bit redder, a little bit more pinkier. Even for some of the like the cool tones are kind of like pinky. So MAC tones under shades are like NC or NW. So NC is neutral, cool, and neutral warm. So neutral cool, NC, which is neutral cool, and NW, which is neutral warm, is how MAC defines their shades. So I think that's why they have a little bit more pinky base in the cool tones and maybe like a reddy base, more red and orangey, reddish orangey looking in the warmer shades. And a lot of women don't like it, whether they're white or black. They don't want that pinky pink and they don't want that orangey reddish stuff. Nobody wants to look orange like Donald Trump, okay? So yeah, MAC identifies cool tones as being more yellow golden and more warm tones as being more pink and red. Okay. So like drugstore foundations are completely opposite. When you're at the drugstore, you're gonna find either cool, warm, or neutral. Cool is going to be pink or red, and it's gonna be some pink and red in it. Warm undertones is going to be gold, yellow, or peach undertone, and neutral is going to be a combination of the two. The cool and warm shades. It's a combination of cool and warm. Now most people are going to fall in the category of neutral, which is a combination of both cool and warm undertones. And so others will have yellow, gold, or peach and olive undertones. So you'll have both in pink. You know, with the neutral undertones, you'll have both pink and or red undertones for the neutral. Now you can clearly identify your undertones. Well, it's been said that you can clearly identify your undertones through your veins. So you would look here. If you look at your arm, your wrist here or here, and see what's predominantly what color. Okay, so if your veins are predominantly blue, which is usually for my lighter skin tones or for my Caucasian you know, ladies, or should I say lighter skin ladies, that would be blue. If your veins are predominantly blue, you are in the cool undertone category. If your shade on your wrist is predominantly green, you are warm. you are warm, okay? And if you're, so you hold up your wrist. Let me just say, I forgot to say that. You hold up your wrist in the light. Look at the color of your veins. And if you see predominantly blue veins, that means you're cool. If you have green, that means you're warm. If you have more bluish green veins in your wrist, it means that you lean more toward neutral. Now, so let me just go on and tell y'all right now in this moment. And I'm going to use these two foundations that I have to let y'all see what I'm talking about. First of all, ladies, when you coming into Ulta or Sephora or a department store, we got to stop saying we don't know what our shade is. It's time for y'all to start figuring this out. At least know what category you go in, and I can help you find it on a deeper level, but at least know if you are warm or cool. These are easy things that you need to know. So if your veins are predominantly blue, that means you're cool. If they're predominantly green, that means you're warm. If they're predominantly bluish green veins in your wrist, it means that you lean more toward neutral. So, okay, I know for me, and a lot of women say, oh, I had to change my foundation shade because it wasn't matching anymore. The reason why it's not matching anymore, because in the summer, you're probably darker, which everybody is. You need to have two foundations. Okay, case in point. In the summer, I am darker. I'm going to take these out the pack. This is Flesh, the vegan foundation that I told y'all about. So let me take these out the box so y'all can see. We have two shades here. Two shades. And in the summertime, I am more darker shade. Okay. In the, let's say like wintertime, getting toward fall, I'm going to always be lighter. Spring, when I'm getting toward like the end of spring and going into summer, I'm getting darker. So right now, if I look at my left vein and a little bit, just kind of a little bit in the right, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's like a bluish green. But it's more green than anything. So I'm definitely a warm tone. You're gonna have different color veins, but you have to look at the one that's predominant. That means predominant. That means the one that's what color stands out the most, okay, in your veins. If you do have blue, but you got more green than you have blue, use warm, okay? Okay, so here I got green and blue, but I know that because the seasons have changed, so I'm actually wearing this. This is toffee. This is the lighter shade. This is cinnamon, and this is, you guessed right, the darker shade. So, you ladies, you need to have two foundations. Stop talking about I need to go take this back. It don't match no more. It don't match for the season anymore. You just need to put it up and grab the darker, or put the darker up and grab the lighter shade. But your skin is going to change colors during the seasons. Mine does it dramatically. Some people have a slight change. Other people have a more not so slight change like me. I mean, I am completely brown. I don't know if y'all been checking out my videos, but I am completely brown. Like in the summertime, I am like warm, like deep warm, like I'm super duper warm, okay? And then in the winter time, or toward the fall, when it's getting cold, I get this color, okay? So this is more like my neutral. I feel like this is like warm or neutral warm or something like that, okay? And then this would be just warm, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. I definitely have mixed these two. I can mix these two and still be looking matching my shade. That's another thing. If you can mix two foundations and still get your shade, that's another way to find out how you know that this is really your shade. Because sometimes, you know, you have different colors. Your neck may be darker. And we'll get into that part of how to find out. That's the next section, the next category. But the first way to find out, let's get back on task. The first way to find out about your foundation is look at your wrist, okay, and see. Look, you can look at both of them if you just want to be really sure and see what's the predominant vein. Is it blue? Is it green? Is it bluish green? Okay, so let's go over it again. If it's blue, you're a cool tone. If it's predominantly green, you are a warm tone. If it's greenish bluish or bluish green, you are neutral. Okay. So the next thing, so when you and the way you gonna know you looking at cool shades is you gonna see words like porcelain, rose, or I want to say like I was gonna say cameo, but not cameo. Porcelain, rose, or like a, you know, like cocoa or something. And then for warm shades, you're gonna see stuff like cinnamon, chestnut, tan, beige, golden, caramel, deep honey, nutmeg, cognac. You may not see cognac, I'm just making up names now, but you know what I'm saying. Those are warm tones. Okay, now ladies, you're supposed to already know this, because if you know your undertones, you also supposed to know what colors work for your skin when it comes to eyeshadow, when it comes to clothes that you're wearing that will complement your shade. So this is very important for you to know. You must know your undertone. It's you gotta know this. You know what I'm saying? Like image consultants, that's how they tell you what eye colors to wear, what color clothes to wear that will complement your skin tone. Is you got to know your undertones. And when you know your undertones, you can dress better, that will complement the color of your skin. If you want to know about colors that complement the color of your skin, I suggest you get into undertones. Get into it, ladies. Get into it. So yeah, warm is gonna have, you know, chestnut, golden, caramel, beige, tan, that kind of thing. Neutral will be a combination of the two, cool and warm undertones. Most people fall in this category. So when you see neutral, you gonna know it because the words are going to, the words to describe the neutral colors will be buff, ivory, or nude. But it's more names. I'm just giving you a few. So yeah, and then you know, neutral is like for both the yellow and the pink. So if you could, obviously, if you could swatch, you know, let's not make this any harder than it is. It's coronavirus and we cannot swatch. Okay, obviously, if we could swatch you, we wouldn't have to have this video. But since we have corona, since we have coronavirus and things, we cannot shade match. I mean, you could swatch it on your wrist, or, you know, here, you know, wherever you like to swatch, preferably down here at the bottom of the neck, right on the chest, décolleté area, because it's kind of cool here because no sunlight gets here, so it's lighter than the rest of your body. But if you want to check your shoulder, you want to check your décolleté or your chest or lower neck area. And I do the face. Some people say don't do the face. I like to do the face. I don't know. Sometimes that's my go-to. I check everything else to confirm what I found in the face. And if I can't confirm it, then I go back to the basics and start here, there, and then I, you know, go there. But my first thing is to do the face. to hold the bottle. I hold the bottle up to the face, and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna go. I mean, you know, people say you that good. I do. Yeah, sometimes I don't even do it like that. I can just look at the colors in your skin, and I'm like, girl, girl, that look like this, look like that, girl, and they like, you were so good. But I mean, it's just makeup. I told y'all I'm a makeup junkie. I love it. I love makeup. Okay, I'm into it. So that's probably why I love it. I do. Okay. So yeah, if you could swatch the foundation on your skin, that would be the easiest way to find your shade. But since we cannot do that, we have to find other ways to do things. We got Rona. Okay, y'all know that. So, but some grocery stores, you know, everybody, like, I mean, not grocery stores, but makeup stores, like, everybody's not giving the options of swatching. That's, like, not an option right now due to coronavirus. So, I know at Ulta, where I work, we definitely don't swatch. And people be so mad about it, but we definitely do not swatch. And people say, you just can't put a little bit. I said, that's still swatching. I can't. What part of swatch cannot swatch do you not understand, ma'am? Ma'am. This is what I'm saying. Like, I have to say that. Like, people really, I guess they don't forgot we got coronavirus, or they want to pretend we don't have. I don't know. Or maybe because they haven't been affected by it, they feel like it's not real. Even if you feel like it's not real, I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I need to protect myself. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so some stores are definitely, a lot of stores now are not giving you the option to swatch. That obviously would be the number one way. We were doing that before, but now that coronavirus is here, we cannot, I wish I had a microphone, we cannot swatch. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. So the next thing, the next option to do to find out your the next way to find out your foundation shade is to take the bottle of foundation and hold it. Make sure you're standing in natural light. You can get your cell phone, but if the display is close to a window or natural light, if it's not, get one of the prestige beauty advisors and Ulta or regular beauty advisor to come up to you and hold this bottle up to you, you know, and see if it's your match. That's what I do. I match them. If I'm standing by the MAC counter where there are a lot of mirrors, I tell them to turn around, look in the mirror, or we'll walk from wherever the makeup display is, and I'll bring the bottles and we'll hold it up. Now, I can tell them when I see it, what I can tell, I always pick it and say, I think this is your shade. And they go, really? Because they don't really know, right? So what I do is I give them the bottle. I said, well, you tell me what you think about it. This is the shade that I think was going to go with your skin. You tell me what you think about it. And they hold it up and they like, wait a minute, I think this is spot on. I think this is spot on. You know what I'm saying? And, or they'll say, well, I think it's too light, or I think it's too dark. They don't know. So I tell them, look, we can't test it. You know, even if they buy it in the store, they don't let them test in the store because that encourages others to want to test. And you can only do it when you purchase the product. We tell them that they can bring it back if they don't like the way it looks. They have to try it. You know, I'm like, try it on in the car and then bring your butt back in the store. Like, if you try it in the car and you got some natural light, and don't do that shit in the dark now, because you ain't gonna be able to see nothing. But in the natural light, if you can do it in the car and you don't like the way it look, bring it back in there and we can, you know, figure out, you know, it may take a while. Sometimes my hard people to find shades for, the most it takes me is 3 tries. The most. Okay. But yeah, so you can hold up the bottle. Just get in natural sunlight, a natural light. Just get in a natural light. You can't go outside the store, but get in some natural light and hold it up to your. Ooh. Oh yeah, right. excuse me, y'all. Get into some light and hold it up. Hold it up next to your face. You can hold it, you can put it down here, you know, you can put it on your décolleté, the lower part of your neck, and see if it matches. That's a surefire way without testing to do it. And it works for me. Like I said, it works. Hold the bottle up to your skin, take your cell phone camera and see how close the shade is. You can do that. And like I said, when I look at the shade, when I do it, I look at your face and I'm looking here and I'm looking like the lower. I go to the lower part of the neck that's facing outward. Not all up in here, because you got your hair around here. You may have a jacket or a collar off a shirt. The sun never gets around this area unless your hair is up and it's real high. It's lighter here than it is the rest of your body, because this part does not get a lot of sunlight. Okay, you want to match the foundation with your face and the bottom of your neck right here, the décolleté area or shoulder area. That's the real color right there. That's been exposed to the sun. Yeah, so yeah, because you want your foundation shade to look, you know, you want it to look like the rest of your body. Like your shoulders, décolleté, and I said the chest. So if someone has a darker body but a lighter face, then I try to do it where I can somehow get both of the foundations, get two of the foundations that like if it's dark here and it's a different color and then it's different here, I get two foundations, one that match the cheek and one that match this area. And sometimes you got that complicated skin where you have to buy two foundations and mix. Let's just go ahead on and say makeup, like I said, we're working on it. I feel like the industry is working hard to incorporate women of color, but they still don't have our shades, because our shades vary to the very lightest African American woman to the very deepest, darkest African American woman, including all the shades in between. So it's a lot of, you know, for people of color, it's, you know, we're like Spanish people, or should I say Spaniards. We're like, they come in all different shades and colors, and so do African Americans. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have to we still, you know, our makeup is not created equal just yet. I think they have a lot to learn. I just think a lot of companies have a lot to learn about the shades, and some of them, you know, maybe know about the shades. And, you know, like I said, all makeup is not created equal. So, you know, go figure. I don't want to get into all that today. But yeah, so if you're looking at two foundations and you don't know which one to choose, and all the ones, everything around is either too light or too dark, you know, you don't know whether to pick the lighter shade or the darker shade. Always go with the lighter, because you can add bronzer to it, and, you know, darken it up if you want to. It'll, you know, the bronzer will make it look more natural versus you picking that darker shade. If you pick the darker shade, it's gonna oxidize, which means it oxidizes. It's gonna, when you put it on, it's gonna dry darker on your skin. And I always tell people, when you in doubt, don't go to the darker shade right away. I always say start with the light shade. Now, if you start with the light shade, I say start with it, just, you know, because some people, you can't tell them nothing. They still gonna want to try the dark shade. So I always tell them, try the lighter shade first and then go back and try the darker shade and compare the two if you don't believe me. Because I get some non-believers. So I just let them, if they, insist on getting a darker shade, I let them get the darker shade. But I tell them, after you get that darker shade, go back to that lighter shade so you can see what I'm talking about. And they always come back in and be like, you were right. I know I'm right. But, for non-believers or people that's hard-headed, don't want to listen, go ahead and get what you need to get. And when you're looking like a clown, I don't want to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I do this every day. Okay? Almost every day. But for the most part, every day. I know what shades that people should be. So, if you get the darker shade is very drastic. It's not gonna look natural, and you're gonna be like, ugh. And I always tell people, start with the lighter shade because it's the safest one. And after you get there, if you don't like it, add a little bronzer to it, and it might be cool. If not, go back and try. If it doesn't look right with all of that, then just go to the darker shade and compare the two, and you will see which one look the best. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do because maybe they didn't make your particular shade. So we have to go with the most prominent undertone in your skin. Which will always, we leaning toward the lighter. I always say the lighter because you get in trouble with them dark shades. You can jump from one color to a dark color and it's a drastic change and it's noticeable. You're going to be looking crazy and people going to know it. And you are too. So I tell people, even if you want to lighten up or darken your concealer, start off with go slight and then move to that. Don't just jump to nothing because you gotta see these colors on your face and the gradual changes. So okay. I hope this video wasn't I know I kind of was all over the place because I had so much to say about it, and it's hard for me to talk in steps, and I'm learning how to do that, but it's hard because I when I know what I know, I just want to just speak it out. Doing steps and giving people ways to figure out something, sometimes it's hard for me to do, but because I'm very passionate I know about foundation, and I just wrote it down to try to put it in a step. So let's go back over the steps. The first step obviously would be to skin match, but we cannot skin match due to what? The coronavirus. So the next one is step in natural light, right? Or sunlight, and hold the bottle up to your face, your décolleté, and the lower part of your neck. So you can kind of see, I kind of hold it like that because that way you can kind of get the lower part and the décolleté at the same time. If you want to get real cute about it, you can put it right here. This is your true body shade. This is the light gets to this, so it's going to be real true to match if it matches any of the areas that I just mentioned. So that's pretty much it. So those are the 3 ways we can't skin match, so we got to do the bottle, and that's it. And that's how I figured out. But I've gotten so good at it that I don't even need to do I can look at the shoulder, I can look at the neck and the décolleté and the face. I mean, I can look at it and about tell you what it's gonna be. I mean, my mom used to do it, and I've gotten really good at it. I've been good at it at a young age. So kicking back in with it, working at Ulta, is just like my instincts kicking in, what I already knew growing up, and what it still is. It's never changed the way to skin match. So if it wasn't for coronavirus, we would be able to skin match as well, but we only have the bottle situation to figure that out. And I tell we allow returns at Ulta, so if you find out that the shade doesn't match or you don't like the shade on your face when you swatch it, once you get home or in your car, you bring that shade back, and we will master your shade. And let me just go on and tell you, for y'all people that want, well, if you know makeup, you should get it right the first time. Sometimes I don't get it right because it ain't because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just the person has a lot of different colors in their face, in their undertones. Some people got darker here and lighter here, dark, real black here. Like, people got different, you know. That's why you always have skincare products that say even your skin tone, so we can really see what's going on. But sometimes when I have harder clients to match, I do have to take about 2 or 3. It takes me about 2 or 3 shade matches to get it before I get it. And that's probably the lowest. You know, for anybody that I know, to figure it out. But yeah, I feel like those are, that's the way to figure it out. That's the best way to figure. Everybody can't, you know, it may take them more than 3 tries, but it takes me 3 because I know pretty much how I'm gonna do the process of elimination after the first one don't work. I pretty much know what I'm gonna do. So then I'm looking at the 2 different colors, and I'm gonna try to either get you a color that has both of those colors in it, or get you 2 different foundations that have a little bit of both, and try to get you to marry them together. And some people even admit, they like, you know, I know my skin color is like not on the market in makeup. I can't never seem to find it. So I always have had to mix shades. If you have had to mix shades, stop tripping. It's okay. All makeup is not created equal. They really may not have your shade. For a long time, they didn't have mine. Okay? And I still feel like it's some foundations and other makeup companies that don't have my shade. So I try not to deal with them unless it's like eyeshadow or something else. But if they don't have my shade, I don't even want to be wearing their makeup, because I need you to have my shade. I don't even like to play like that. I'll just get a eyeshadow. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I was supposed to be putting on my foundation while I was talking to y'all, but I'm getting ready to put it on now. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope this video wasn't too choppy. Y'all give me a thumbs up, like the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also do not forget to click that notification bell so you'll always know every time I upload a new video. And I love you guys. And just remember to look at this video when you get ready to try to find your own foundation match. Now, y'all should test yourself and find the foundation, and figure out how to find your foundation. You should test yourself. So at least when you go to a makeup counter or go to an Ulta store or Sephora, you can say to them, guess what? I don't know exactly what my shade is going to be, but I know what department I'm in. I'm in the cool range, or I'm in the warm range, so I'm going to need something warm. I do know that much. And then they can hook you up. At least you should know. I think you should know at least what area. Are you cool? Are you warm? Or are you neutral? Those are basic. You should know that. But if you don't, people like me can figure it out. I'm just saying, there will be some beauty advisors that are not like me. Prestige beauty advisors or beauty advisors that are not like me, that can't tell you. They really don't know. They acting like they know, but they really don't know. I really do know, and that's why a lot of my customers love me. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying a lot of them really don't know. So at least if you know the basic, it'll help you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can about figure it out from this video, probably almost on your own. So I love you guys. I think I went overtime, and talk to you soon. All right, bye.